The reason why it's beneficial is because creatine is basically something which we store in skeletal muscle tissue. And what it does is it takes part in an energy transfer mechanism known as the creatine shuttle. Now this sounds a bit fancy. Basically all it means is it transfers the energy which we create within muscle, and it transfers it to places within muscle cells where we actually utilize this energy. So the higher the creatine stores, the idea is that the longer you can sustain an exercise intensity, you're increasing your exercise capacity. And most of the recent studies on energy supply and demand in skeletal muscle basically come to the conclusion that the capacity at which you can sustain an exercise intensity is determined by creatine availability. So with creatine supplementation, the idea is that we can increase creatine stores within the muscle and basically saturate the muscle to 100% of what's possible, and then you get an additional benefit from that. Now, you're going to have some amount of creatine in your muscle already. Without it, you simply wouldn't be able to utilize the energy that you create, and therefore you wouldn't be able to exercise at all. So you're probably saturated your muscle to around 80%, 90% already. But creatine supplementation gives that extra 10%, and that's why we see benefits on the pitch. Now, if you're thinking of taking creatine, what you should do is take around about 20 grams a day over the course of 4 different servings throughout the day, so distribute it evenly. And then after 5 days of doing 20 grams per day, cut your dose down to around 3 to 5 grams per day. And basically the idea of this is that you saturate the muscle within 5 days and then you sustain that saturation over time. It's a really cheap supplement. You're most likely going to benefit from it. And so it's the #1 performance enhancing supplement that I recommend. Hopefully this answered all your questions. If not, just leave them below. Cheers.